Before laws, prisons, judges, or police, there was still one terrifying problem. What if someone in the tribe became dangerous? What if he stole food, attacked someone, lied during a hunt, or kept causing trouble near the fire? In a small ancient group, one bad person was not just annoying, he could get everyone killed. So how did ancient humans deal with criminals when the only court was the tribe staring at you in silence? The strange thing is that crime did not really exist yet. There were no written rules saying, "Do not steal the mammoth meat," or "Please do not hit Gary with a rock." But even without laws, every group had limits. Everyone knew who shared food, who helped with children, who warned others about danger, and who kept making life harder for no reason. In a tiny tribe, bad behavior was not private. There was no hiding in a crowd. If you stole, people noticed. If you lied, people remembered. If you hurt someone, their family was sitting right there, sharpening tools beside the fire. So the real question is not just how ancient humans punished criminals, it is how they kept the whole group from falling apart when one person became a threat from the inside. The easy answer is, they probably kicked him out. Or worse, if someone was violent, selfish, or impossible to trust, the tribe could simply remove the problem. No prison needed. Just point toward the dark forest and let nature handle the sentence. And sometimes that may have happened, but this answer is too simple, because in a small group, every person mattered. Even the difficult one could be a brother, a hunter, a toolmaker, or the only person who knew where the water was. Getting rid of someone was not just punishment, it was also losing a piece of the group. Imagine a small camp at night, a fire in the middle, meat drying on a rack, children sleeping near the shelter. Then someone notices that part of the food is gone. Nobody has cameras, nobody has fingerprints, but everyone has eyes, memory, and suspicion. So the first justice system was probably social. People watched each other, they talked, they compared stories. One person says, "I saw him near the food." Another says, "He was hungry yesterday." Another says, "He lied last time too." Slowly, the group builds a picture. If the crime was small, the punishment may have been small too. Shame, angry faces, less trust. Maybe the person had to give something back, share more on the next hunt, or sit outside the warmest part of the fire. Not official, but very clear. If the person hurt someone, the reaction became heavier. The victim's family might demand revenge. Older members might step in to stop the fight from becoming a chain of violence. Because one attack could turn into two families hating each other, and suddenly, the tribe is not fighting a predator outside the camp. It is fighting itself. And if someone became truly dangerous, the group had stronger options. They could watch him closely, refuse to share with him, force him to leave for a while, or, in extreme cases, push him out completely. In the wild, exile was almost a death sentence with extra steps. No group, no protection, no shared food, no one to help when the night made sounds. But most of the time, the goal was probably not dramatic punishment. It was balance. The tribe needed to send a message. You can make mistakes, but you cannot break the group. Because in a world of cold, hunger, predators, and accidents, trust was not a nice idea. Trust was the wall around the camp. But here is the surprising part. The worst punishment may not have been pain. It may have been being treated like you no longer fully belonged. In a small ancient group, reputation was survival. If people stopped trusting you, everything changed. You might still sit near the fire, but nobody gave you the best food. Nobody slept comfortably beside you. Nobody believed your warning in the dark. That is a strange kind of prison, because there are no walls, just eyes. A dangerous person could become socially trapped inside the group, watched, avoided, and remembered. So maybe ancient justice began less like a courtroom and more like a campfire going quiet when one person walked in. So ancient humans probably dealt with criminals in the most practical way possible. First, they tried to control the damage. Then, they tried to repair trust. And if that failed, they removed the danger. There was no perfect justice system. There was only a small group asking one brutal question. Can this person still live with us? Or will keeping him here put everyone at risk? And maybe that is the oldest shadow behind every law we have today. Not a stone prison, not a wooden cage, Not a judge with a serious face. Just a few frightened humans around a fire, realizing that the most dangerous animal near them was not always outside in the dark. Sometimes it was sitting beside them, eating from the same pile of food, smiling like nothing had happened.